Apostolic succession means that the bishops that we have around today, they have the power and authority that they have because they were given that power and authority at their ordination when they were ordained by another bishop who had that power and authority and was able to hand it on. That bishop had it because he was ordained by a bishop who had that power and authority to hand it on. That goes back, bishop after bishop after bishop, all the way back to the apostles themselves. But where did the apostles themselves get this power and authority? They got it from our Lord Jesus Christ. He gave them the power and authority to celebrate Mass so that the Eucharist could be what it is, that it could really be Jesus and not just remain bread and wine, that transubstantiation would be effective. He gave them the power to forgive sins, for example, to authoritatively lead the church, to bind and to loose. That is the power that our bishops enjoy.
Natural family planning respects a woman's fertility, straight up, and it respects the woman. There's a big difference if you want to take a look at this from respect for women and the degrading of women that has occurred within our culture in the last few decades. Natural family planning looks at a woman's body and it sees her fertility as it is, and it works with that fertility. It doesn't break down the fertility, it doesn't stop it, it doesn't see the fertility as an enemy or something to be avoided. The fertility is something that is beautiful. Ask your little brothers and sisters, hey, who walked on water? You'd be like, Jesus? You'd be like, yeah, who else? You'd be like, oh, Peter. Peter did too. Yes, okay? Peter's walking out to Jesus, and then what happened? He doubts, right? He starts to sink. Okay, maybe he got distracted by the waves or the wind or just that he was out on the water. Maybe it's like Luke, who was focusing on the X-Wing and he got distracted maybe by R2's beeping. Just like we get distracted in our lives. Our focus gets thrown off and then things start to fall apart. And what does Peter do? He cries out to the Lord, Lord, save me! And Jesus comes and he grabs his hand and he lifts Peter out and Jesus says to him, Matthew 14, "Oh, you of little faith, why did you doubt?" Sexuality has two purposes. It's for babies and for bonding, or in more formal language, it has a unitive purpose and a procreative purpose. Every sexual action must respect both of these things. Every sexual action must be unitive. It must be open to the bonding of the spouses. Spouses certainly can't use each other for the purposes of procreating or anything else for lust. It must be open to the bonding of the spouses. And two, every sexual action needs to be open to procreation. It must be open to life.